Hey friends, time for number 11 of our DSP Paper Share Sketch Projects. So today we're using the Earthen Elegance DSP. I've got Pecan Pie as my base color and Very Vanilla as my neutral. We're going to start by cutting the DSP down to these three sections, and we're going to use the 2.5 by 5 and the 2.5 by 1 section for this project. The 2.5 by 1 is the flip side of this pattern. Here I started by dry embossing the Pecan Pie base with the time-worn type embossing folder, just to add a little texture. Then with copper clay ink, I stamped one of the birds from Bird's Eye View onto the Very Vanilla piece of cardstock. Now before the ink is dry, you can use a blender pen and just shade the color from the stamped image into the space of the stamp, so on the wing and the tail and the belly of the bird here. Now using Versamark and gold embossed powder, I'm going to heat set my sentiment from the Charming Sentiment stamp set onto that blue section of DSP. So here we have the basic elements: our embossed card base, our DSP layer, our stamped bird, our sentiment that's been heat embossed, and I'm adding a little linen thread for embellishment. Okay, we're going to use mono adhesive to start putting on our layer. First add the DSP, and I have this set on the right hand side and kind of half an inch in from the edge and up from the bottom. Next I wrapped the linen thread around 4 of my fingers, kind of loosely, and made this loop, and I'm using one mini glue dot, you can see it in the circle with the arrow, to just tack it down to the front of the card. Now we're going to fussy cut out that bird stamp with our paper snips, and add a couple of dimensionals on the back of that bird, and then add that right over the top of your linen thread. Next I added that sentiment below his feet, again with dimensionals, and just tuck that under so everything kind of comes together as a focal point. So here you have it, number 11's finished project with the Earthen Elegance DSP and the Bird's Eye View stamp set. You can find all of my paper share sketch projects in a playlist on my YouTube channel, so you can subscribe to my channel or just subscribe to the playlist, and when I post a new one, a couple each week, you'll get a notice. And if you're a paper crafter who really does better with a written tutorial, I have a link down below where you can subscribe to my mini tutorials email subscription for these projects specifically. As you know, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so please shop with me online to support my creative endeavors. When you do, you'll receive a card kit from me with a tutorial as a thank you, something fun for you to put together. You can always find me online at susanwebster.stampinup.net, or you can follow my blog at pumpkinhillstampers.thesearemystamps.com.